Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I have the Potensic Atom SE with me today. Now this is a little sub 250 drone that I flew a couple of times last winter. The first time I flew it, I really didn't have much success. Had a lot of connection issues. I couldn't get it very far away and that it would lock up. FPV feed would lock up and ultimately lose connection. The drone would return to home. I could get about 150 meters away, something like that. That's about 450 feet. So I want to try it again. I've had a lot of interest in it, and a lot of folks told me that it was my DJI wireless mic that's interfering with the drone, with the signal on the drone. Well, I suppose that could be. I don't think so, but if that's the case, then I'd say it's a problem with the drone, not the mic, because no other drone that I fly is interfered with by this wireless mic. But we're going to try it today, and if we run into interference, I'll shut the mic off, and we'll use just the microphones that are on my Action 2 camera, and try that, and we'll see if it makes a difference. And then also, just for housekeeping, I'll tell you, I'm flying the drone with an iPhone 14 Pro. I don't have it with me, but I've got a Google Pixel 4 camera that if we don't have success with this, I may try it in a different location with that phone and see if that works. And the reason I say that is because I've had some success with that in the past. Using that Google Pixel 4 seemed to work better than the iPhone. But let's give it a try. This drone has a lot of good stuff going for it. It's got the kind of a FEMI style controller. I really like how that works with your phone in your mobile device in the middle there. Really handy. Touchscreen's all available to you. Works quite well. And it does use an OTG cable as opposed to a Wi-Fi connection, which is really good. The drone itself I have found to be powerful, flies decent. You don't have a gimbal here. The camera is isolated, and it takes pretty decent video that I've seen in the past. However, because there's no gimbal, you're going to get, it does have some electronic image stabilization, but you know, that can only do so much. And what they suggest to you is that you fly it at the very slowest speed to get good video quality. Well, if you do that, there's a lot of shots that you can't get and so forth. So I am hoping, and in fact, I got a hold of my contact at Potensic and asked them when they would put a 3-axis gimbal on this drone. They could, if they did that, this drone could be, it could be a winner. Now, let's talk about price. I looked on Amazon last night. Its regular price is $289.99. This is for the 2 battery kit. And they had it with a little coupon that you got $40 off. So $250 essentially for this guy. So anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's quit messing around. Let's get this guy in the air, and we're going to fly it first initially here with the microphone. And if that doesn't work, we'll shut the microphone off and try that and see if it makes any difference. Oh, and I didn't tell you, I'm at Kleiner Park right now. I found a nice shady spot. It's been really hot here in Idaho. It's about 85 degrees right now. A little bit of wind, but not enough that it's going to bother this drone. Okay, let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, it does use the Potensic Pro app. I just wanted to show you how your mobile device looks on the controller. So we are going to enter device. And we're connected. It says takeoff permitted. Let's look at the in the menu here for a second. So we have it on the slowest setting, which is video. Beginner mode is turned off. Altitude limitation. Yeah, that's weird. We can go up to 400 feet. So not that we're going to go that high, but let's go ahead and get it up there at least close to that. Slowly but surely. 394, we'll leave it there. And then return to home height, yeah, that's 79 feet. So that's roughly 25 meters or so. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's set it at, well, 118, 121 feet. That's where it's set. That's going to give us plenty. There's nothing nearly that high here, so that's going to give us plenty. Let's see, is there anything else we need to look at here? Check the controller. Nope. It's been a while since I've been through this stuff. You know what? I calibrated. It's not asking for a calibration, so we're not going to do it. Battery looks okay. Let's click on that bottom. I just want to show you guys, and I'm used to flying in metric. I'm going to switch it over to metric. And yeah, we're going to call it good. So, yeah, is there any reason here not to take off? Oh, let's look at the camera menu. So we got grid lines on. We don't want a watermark. I want everything in just automatic. So we're going to format SD card, confirm. Formatting is finished. It's good to let it format the SD card. And I am looking, oh, resolution, there it is. And you can see we're in 4K 30 frames per second. So we're good to go there. Let's go ahead and start recording now. I'm going to touch that button on the right-hand side of the screen, and it started recording. Let's do an automatic takeoff. I'm going to do that on the app as well. Gives us the slider. And there's the little drone. It takes right off. Shoot, I didn't show you the takeoff, but there it is. So let's turn it around and bring it in here. There's no obstacle avoidance sensors on this guy, so we can bring it right in. And I'm telling you, it's a steady little drone. It's holding its place in space pretty good. It does have optical flow. As soon as I say that, it starts moving around. I'm going to move it back here. As soon as I said it's stable, it started moving around a little bit. That never fails, does it? Okay, I'm going to drop the camera down, and I think we should be able to do our droney here. Okay, reverse and up now. Reverse and up. And it is, you know what, it's handling quite well. Yeah, we're about 20 meters high. Let's grab a little bit more height. So far, so good. Let me pick up that camera. And you can see, yeah, and I'm already, my video feed is freezing up. Yeah, okay, let's try it some more. No. Yeah, it's really choppy. My video feed, super choppy. We're 180 meters away. Well, let's see how fast we can go, how far we can go here. Yeah, I can tell you this, my video is very choppy. 250 meters away, and it's really starting to break up now. Yeah, I can't see anything. The telemetry is coming in fits and starts. You know, that's not good. That's, we're about 300 meters away. Let's bring it back. And I've got the stick pushed all the way forward. And I am not, yeah, it's disconnected. So, yeah, that's not what we want, for sure. It'll come back here, maybe. Like I said, I'm getting the video feed is, and you're seeing it. You're seeing it on the screen recording. I meant to say there, and it's coming back. I'm dropping the camera down so we can see how close it gets. And let's see what kind of a. Let's see how precision. If we get any kind of a precision landing here. My experience is. This guy, and it says you can adjust the landing with the joystick, so that's kind of cool that it tells you that on the screen. But my experience is this guy's pretty accurate. I've had it land right on the H, and I don't think it pretends to have precision landing, but it does. Look at that, it's going to be darn close. Yeah, I think it's gonna be just a little bit off of the pad. We're gonna mow just a little bit of grass. Yeah, not bad. Let me pick that camera back up. It didn't do that naturally. So let me set it back on the pad. Okay, we're going to try that one more time with me using the wireless mic still, but this time we're going to go forward. So the reason I'm saying that is the aspect ratio of the antennas on the drone can make a difference. So we're going to go forward instead of like a droney like we did. So let's go ahead. Well, let's just do a manual takeoff, both sticks down and in, and then straight up. And we never stopped recording during that time. So let's just go straight up. And let's go forward here. And we are out 50 meters. We were out about 300 meters, I think, before. We couldn't have been out that far. Yeah, and it's already breaking up. I've got the antenna on the flat part of the antenna on the drone faced right towards the drone. Yeah, and I've lost it. So, yeah, whatever it's doing, it's kind of moving forward. I'm still, yeah, and it went into return to home then. So, let's let it come back again. And you know, I'm looking at my FPV feed is really blinking and messing around. So, we'll bring it back, and we're going to shut off the mic. Yeah, it says drone disconnected now even, so. Now it came back. I can hear the drone, so it's got to be close. Yeah, and I've lost FPV feed altogether. Ah, now there it came back, and it's almost back to us. Here, I'm dropping the camera down, so you'll be able to see that again. Camera's looking straight down, and the drone reorients itself. I'm really impressed with the GPS accuracy. I just wish I had, you know, I'm holding the flat part of the antenna straight up to the drone to get the best connection, and you saw that. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Man, this time it might hit that pad exactly. It's looking pretty darn close. I'm telling you, GPS accuracy on this little guy is impressive. Yeah, it's going to be right on the pad, practically on the H. A little bit off. You got to love that. Okay, let's pick that camera up. And I'm going to shut off my microphone, and I'm going to put it back in the case and everything so there's no interference. It'll be completely off. So here is the receiver. I'm going to put it back in the case. So it's all back in the case. Shut that off. That shuts it off completely. Let me put the drone in the center of the pad again. Okie dokie, we're going to do another, well, heck, let's switch up. Let's do an automated takeoff here. So hitting that button, hitting the slider. And there she goes. Return, the home point's been updated. There's so many things to like about this drone. You know, the app is fairly sophisticated. It's, I just think Potensic has done a good job on this thing in so many ways. You know, the exceptions being this connection and the fact that it really needs a 3-axis gimbal. I mean badly. Needs a gimbal. Okay, we're about 30 meters high. Let's, well, I wish there was a way to adjust the sensitivity of this, of the camera control here. Moving the gimbal up and down. So, here we go. Moving out 50 meters. I don't know. So far, so good. No wireless mic, and it's definitely doing better. I can't deny it. You know what? There's no question. We were It's doing way better without the wireless mic. I'm telling you, when people were telling me that, I was kind of telling them that they were full of it. But I gotta admit that I'm wrong. It's flying great. So I guess if you're going to use this drone, don't use a wireless mic. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right here. We are out 400 meters. Now it's starting to break up a little bit, which truthfully, I'm kind of in the trees here. Let's grab some altitude. We're not that high. Let's grab some more altitude. Let's get this guy up there a ways. And yeah, I'm starting to get some break up on FPV, but yeah, we're half a kilometer away, and we're in a environment that you know, there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, we're out there. Let's go over the neighborhood here and see. Let's just see how far out there we can go. Well, you know what? I think you guys that were telling me the interference was because of the DJI wireless mic, you know, I have to admit it. I guess you were right, because look at this. We're out almost 700 meters and it's still going. Well, I'm impressed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a little crow here. But I'm also gonna say that, you know, I fly a lot of drones. I'm gonna get out over these fields over here, so that we're not. In fact, we can even go a little higher to give ourselves a better chance at a good connection. The higher you are, and we're staying below max legal. But the higher you are, and you know what, that definitely did help our connection there. And again, I'm keeping the flat part of the antenna pointed towards the drone. We're out almost a kilometer. Yep, there is 1 kilometer. Let's just keep it moving here and see what we do. Again, now it's starting to break up a little bit, which is totally understandable. We're in an urban environment with lots of Wi-Fi, etc., getting a little bit of FPV breakup. So yeah, it's not going to go much further here. I'll keep pushing it till it goes into a return to home here, just for the fun of it. Let's just see what it'll do. And I see my telemetry is starting to break, you know, is coming in fits and spurts. And there the telemetry is stopped. Yeah, drone disconnected. So it's going to go into, well, no, now it's back to flying. So I'm going to keep pushing. Yeah, returning. It says returning, which is good. That's exactly what you want. Let's let it come back to us here. And unfortunately, you guys are going to hear that beeping, but we were out there about 1.2 kilometers. Folks, you can't complain about that, can you? Especially in an urban environment like this. That's pretty good. And I hear an aircraft behind me, but he is way up there. He is way up there. Not even anywhere close to where we're at. Yeah, anyway, here it comes. And look at this, you know, we're still 700 meters away, and look at how nice that feed is. And boy, doesn't the park look good. I picked up the camera just a little bit there. The park looks really good. Yeah, no complaints. 44% battery. You know, I'm going to tell you, though, that, you know, I kind of experimented a little bit yesterday without the mic and had some kind of similar problems. But in any case, the proof is in the pudding right here. I mean, we flew way out there and had no issues. Let's drop that camera down as we come back. God, I need to see if there's a way I can slow that down on the adjustment on when you're dropping that gimbal down, because it is really quick. It's hard to get that adjusted slowly. And one of the things about a Wi-Fi drone, when it's right above you, you want to make sure you're pointing the flat part of the antennas right at the drone, and it should be coming down. Yeah, it's reorienting itself, and it's coming down from how high are we up there? Yeah, we were about 90 meters or something, and -3 meters per second, so it's falling pretty quickly, which I think is a good thing. I like drones that'll descend quickly. Yeah, not bad. And look at how accurate it is, man. It's going to be darn close to the pad. Darn close. Okay, we're at 37% battery, and we've been in the air for 16 minutes, so this has got good battery life too. It's going to be a little bit off the pad, but you know, for a drone that makes no pretense at precision landing, I'm telling you, that landing is really that's really good. Okay, let's get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, I'm gonna call that a very successful flight, and yours truly has to eat a little crow. I have been telling people for quite a while that my DJI wireless mic did not interfere with the drone, and it's pretty clear on this test that it did. Now here's what I want to tell you. I beta tested for Potensic on this drone, and so I've had a lot of contact with them, and what they told me at the time, they suggested, yeah, there's possibly that wireless interference from the mic, but then they also felt like they had an issue with their app that was not optimized for iOS. In other words, at that time, I think they just went to iOS 16 and they hadn't redone their app. So obviously they've done that because the app's gone through a couple of updates, and the drone itself has gone through some updates as well, some firmware updates. I, for a while there, was thinking maybe I had a bad drone, you know, a problem with the drone, but clearly that's not the case. A lot of things to like about this drone, but I'll tell you, I need to be straight with you. The fact that this mic can interfere with the control signal is a problem, because a lot of people use wireless mics, and we're fortunate today that I'm kind of in a shielded area with not a lot of wind, so the microphones on my camera are fine for a day like today. You're not getting a bunch of wind noise. However, on a different day, I need that wireless mic because I can put that windsock on it and you get much better audio quality. So it's a problem. It should work. They need to adjust it so that it'll work and somebody can use a wireless mic. That's what I'm saying. It's the only drone I know of that is interfered with by my wireless mic. The other thing I'm going to tell you is I need to admit I did some testing last night without the wireless mic, and I was over by the schoolyard by my house by the cell phone tower, and I had similar breakup issues. So clearly this guy is sensitive to a lot of different kinds of RF interference. So that's something to think about, right? It's just an issue, and just want to point it out. Now, I love the way this drone flies. It flies well. It's powerful. And I think I was in video mode there, but it seemed like we were going I wasn't paying a lot of attention to speed. We'll mess around with that. The camera quality, the video quality itself is pretty darn good. It just so needs a gimbal. Potensic, if you're listening, please put a 3-axis gimbal on this drone. If you could sell this drone for $250 with a 3-axis gimbal, you'd have a winner on your hands. I'm just telling you. So let's hope that they do that. And in fact, I have talked to my rep, or wrote an email to my rep at Potensic suggesting exactly that. So let's hope that they do come up with something like that. But anyway, that's about it. Idaho Quadcopter eating a little crow today with regard to wireless interference on the Potensic Atom SE. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.